So they stole me artifacts. I was going to keep them as a lucky charm.
They're always after those, aren't they?
It was gonna come up. It was gonna... Just get it out of the way now.
Shouldn't the talisman be your lucky charm? Because, like, a really powerful being gave you that. It does a lot of magic, so...
I think the point that we should be getting back to is they stole something from my person, my inside person, and they're gone.
Yeah, and I'm kind of wondering how they knew to look there.
Do we know about true seeing? Is that a common thing that us nobodies would know about?
No, you would, I mean, I could front and have you roll an Arcana and pretend that you failed it, but yeah, no, you do not know. That is not common knowledge. Anything like that?
Alright. Either way, they didn't trust us, but they put us to sleep, and they did not kill us. I cannot keep my accent right now, so I will just put that forward. I will say, they did not kill us. They stole what they were looking for and then buggered off.
No, but they didn't make sure that we were safe either.
Yeah, like,
We only have his word that mechanism is what brought those spooks, so I think we should get out of here pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't like being cast onto a grimy floor asleep.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I demand a clean, freshly mopped floor.
I'm a goblin. I'll settle for a hole in the ground.
A clean, freshly mopped floor with all of these footprints over here.
Speaking of footprints, do I leave behind normal foot? I'm probably wearing shoes, come to think of it. But no, I'm not. 3 doesn't wear shoes. I will look at my footprints.
You... In your immediate vicinity, you leave ordinary footprints, but as soon as you get more than a few feet away from them, they revert. The glamour wears off, and they revert to skeletal footprints in the grime of the floor.
Good to know.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling pretty darn depleted. I think we should get the hell out of here, find somewhere safe, and just sleep for a bit more.
I agree.
Yeah, those Yuntai seemed nice. We can probably head back to them. They liked us better than they liked those yahoos anyway.
Not a very high bar.
I mean, unless you want to trek all the way back to the ship without the water.
No. We'll go back to the auntie and tell them we did it.
Yeah, we'll take all the credit.
And if a blowhard goblin, and I don't know if he was a blowhard, we didn't talk that much, but if I can definitely assure that the other two are blowhards, so
At the very least, they're very rude.
All right.
Okay.
Are you guys exiting the building then?
I'm
Yeah,
just going to take a
very
quick glance at the mechanism, make sure it appears off. That way, you know.
Yeah, it is silent. It is no longer making any noise or any detectable smell.
Sounds good. That's good enough for me.
Is there a way we can take a piece of it off to, like, prevent it from being turned back on?
Roll an intelligence check to attempt it.
Can I just click? Job.
It flickers back to life. Damn it!
Look at it!
it explodes and tons of shadows spill forth.
On a nat 1, maybe. On a 9, on the other hand, you don't find any obvious removable parts. At least not without tools that you don't have.
Fair enough.
Part of me wants to leave a cryptic message like "Soup was here," right? Like right on the counter.
Make it move like Gilroy.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right, now we're good. I'm
No,
ready to
just
go with her.
soups up. No, just
Soups
soups
up?
up.
Soups up. All right, I will write soups up with like a happy toothy grin like next to it.
I cast light back on my mace because I'm sure it went out.
Cool. And yeah, as you
Alright, so we will very carefully, very perceptively make our way out of this building.
all right, you make
You
your
have
way.
advantage inside casinos, right?
As you get towards the exit, you can see that it is well past midday at this point. It took you about half a day to get here from the 1T village. So at the pace you were going at before, which was as I recall, just a standard pace, it will be past dark before you get back there.
You know, Glenn, what direction do you think they go? Our scaly friends.
But I'm not sure I understand what you mean. They're still at the village. They haven't gone anywhere.
No, I'm talking about the knight and the squire. Like, I mean, like, we can always get our stuff back.
If there's,
I don't know if they would have gone back to the village. They probably went back to their college and Crunkle whatever.
Unless they teleported, they're still huffing it too. So.
Well, they can't be
It's
terribly far ahead of us, I don't think, but I don't really want to catch up to them.
Fair.
They
Three
let
shrugs.
them forget. It might be good if they thought they succeeded.
It's fine. It's fine. Just, put notes to sleep. Makes you a wee bit grumpy despite the nap.
Yeah, I'm grumpy. I'm gonna kick the bear carcass as I pass by.
It awakens at no.
Did you turn it
not,
into
I
jerky?
3 days worth of meat from it already.
That's my
probably
meat.
run out by now.
I need my meat
My
back.
brother! My brother 13!
All right. So you're heading back the way you came towards the 1T village then?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, technically we did what they wanted, so
Yep.
we can grab some water and head back to the ship.
All right. What pace are you setting?
It said it took half a day to get here?
Yeah, and it's now with the time that you've spent in here, it's now past midday.
Standard pace, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're a little too
Out of
delicate.
shadow. Keeping well in the sunlight as best we can.
As you are traveling, you're the light steadily goes out and finally fades, but you do manage to make it back to the village without incident, just going along the same way that you left, just retracing your steps. Actually, wait. Come to think of it, though, Glenn, roll a survival. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you've got advantage because forest, so you're using that 20. Yeah, you do not get lost either. You do make it back.
Because you had to go find my scaredy ass in the forest. So.
You're greeted at the gateway to the village by As far as you know, the same two Wanti as before. Hey, look, it's those guys who weren't douchebags. How did it go? Do you still have your souls?
As far as we can tell, there was a machine, and the machine, I guess, was putting out the shadows, but it's off now. So that should have solved your problem.
Hey, great. Yeah, those two douchebags passed back through as well with some third, slightly less douchey douchebag. And they said the same, but, you know, douchebags. We weren't sure.
Yeah, trust us. He's just as much of a douchebag as the others. Don't trust him either.
Duly noted. So, a machine, though, in the ruins, you say? We don't get out that way often. What can you tell us about them?
Not a whole lot, unfortunately. The smaller, just as much of a douchebag said that he turned it on and then more shadows came out and like drained him, and then he woke up and then they drained him again and he woke up and they drained him. So he got what he deserved, I'm pretty sure, except that he's not dead. But we made him turn it off, and then he put us to sleep, and then we woke up and made our way back here.
Wow. To sleep in the ruins that were full of shadow? Dick move, bro.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely, dick move.
I like these modern talking Yuan tea. They're fantastic. Did we ever get names for these guys?
Chat, do we have names for these guys? We'll let chat mull that one over.
Chat, name the cool snake people.
Snakey and Snake-O.
John T.
John T.
Oh, they should be like 1,000-Year Door toads, and all of their names end in T. John T. and Zesty. That's their names.
Nice.
Hold on. We're just gonna
Give them names.
just give them little names here.
There we go.
Just show that and make that viewable. There we go. John T. and Zesty. And his and his wife? You're not sure what the secondary sexual characteristics of Juan T look like, but they seem very close.
Not one to judge. Let's see.
I worked with snakes for years. I know how they operate.
But does Glenn win?
You know, it would make sense if she does. Like, would not.
I mean, I grew up near orc tribes. I don't. Have I ever seen a Yuntai before? I'm not entirely sure.
Roll
I just
roll a
they
nature.
seem pleasant, so I'm pleasant to them.
Well, Jensen, you know, the temple is silent for now, so now would be the time to go and get some water. In fact, if it isn't too much trouble, could some of our men go out there with yous?
Well, you guys seem cool, but I'm gonna be honest. Let's just be cautious and let this one sit till morning. Do you guys have a place to crash?
We don't. We were actually going to come ask you if there's a place we could bed down for the night and, you know, be safe from anything else that might threaten us.
I was like, how far away is the ship from us? Because I could just peer over her shoulder towards the shoreline. Do have a good 3 feet on her. Maybe I got a little bit more horizon to look at.
I don't want to row the damn boat, okay? I'm tired.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have any younglings to trade? We haven't had anything good to eat in a No, I'm just fucking with you. Come on in.
warily follows.
You know, I like your style.
Zest,
Puts the snack called Younglings back in his back in his robe.
Zesty
Shove a
sort of
couple beers back in his bag.
Zesty sort of stage whispers, I kind of actually did want to eat some younglings. And John T stage whispers back, no, these guys are cool. Don't be a dick about it.
I'm cool.
They welcome you into the village. They have just some straw pallets in one of their huts that they guide you to. It's comfortable enough for what it is. It's better than sleeping wild and more spacious than the ship.
Awesome.
Be a good opportunity to rest my eyes, even though I don't have any. But
Don't say that in
Alright.
front of the.
All right, so
I know you're not used to having a corporeal form, but you can't go around saying stuff like that when you look the way you do right now.
Oh, I met that guy, Corporal Form with the military. Yes, he came over here during the war. Wanted water rights too. Nice guy.
if we don't meet Corporal Form this campaign, I'm going to be very upset. You have foreshadowed this man.
Probably in the fort that Gerald was trying to get to.
Probably.
But yes, you guys do now get a short rest if you're sleeping till morning.
All right, I think I have one hit die left, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that.
So I can roll a d10, is that right?
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Whee! Nice.
Drinking milk.
Oh,
Oh, that was yours.
Yeah,
Oh,
running
you
free.
rocked. Yeah, no, you're right. That was a delay that I did not see.
Oh, I gotta change over to share sack. There we go.
Hey.
Oh, crap! I can't remember what it was. Never mind.
Oh, I will take off the leash that I offered Quinn earlier. Zesty and John T were very polite not to bring that up.
Look, we don't know how mainlanders do it. We don't judge.
Oh yeah, they do it.
All right.
once again, knowing in the meta, knowing what I know about snakes, Yuntai are probably not ones to judge.
Hey, it's time for the monthly mating ball.
Yeah, there you go.
The entire village gets into one, like, world's largest rubber band ball.
Yes, we're not.
the pile.
We think it's very strange that both of our peoples independently came up with the slang term baller, but there it is.
Everyone's like, I want to leave. They're like, no, hold on. I need to see this.
So
He's like, no, wait, I have a corporeal form now. I need to see how that works.
dawn breaks. The John and Zess.
Oh, man, I like it.
John and Zess offer you some some stew from the village's communal stew pot.
Oh sure, what's in it?
Younglings.
It's okay. They're not. They weren't talking younglings like you people, but smaller. It's fine.
What do you mean, you people?
I'm pretty sure they mean people with legs. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's cool to say we call you Forkies because you just fork in the bottom half of you. It's weird. I mean, I'm sure it's not weird for you. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm getting this all wrong.
No worries.
Oh, thank you for your hospitality and for the brunch. It's quite okay.
Oh
I'm gonna let the keeper of the lore acknowledge this. Okay, when 3 eats, if he does eat, what happens?
You ever see Casper the Friendly Ghost?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Ghostbusters.
I'm gonna
It
rule
literally runs right through you.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
if it runs right through me, I'll go. Stuff goes right through me.
Oh my.
It's just a spicy variant.
Are you? Is that? Wow, there's that outfit, those robes. That must have some serious moisture wicking. It doesn't even look wet, but you're right on the floor. That's bizarre. You know, we've got an outhouse for that. I don't know how you do that. Where you from? I don't want to assume. I'm sure it was a great honor that you just did that on our floor. Cultural mores are weird.
Oh, okay. You know, I'm going to exchange gifts with John T. and Zesty. God, I gotta give these guys something. Yeah, actually, are they open to trade? Like we have no cash on us, but like, are they open to trade shit?
Well, if they're open to trade shit, you already kind of did that.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, if we've got something you need, if you've got something we want.
Okay.
John T, see if they have younglings. No, we've learned that mainlanders are not cool with that.
I will ask them if what kind of weapons do they appear to be using?
It seems to be mostly wooden and stone-tipped spears, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I am currently out of hand axes and could use a new throwing weapon. Do they have? I'm not even going to try it. Do they have any sort of thing that could fit that bill that I could use as a quick throwing thing?
Let's see what they might have.
I know I currently have extra flax bowstrings, and I'm not sure if that is a if that is a high tech for this area.
You know what? I'll say they have some stone daggers that they might be able to let you have. I'll tell you what, we're set on bowstrings, but what you could do for us, is if you just want to come with us to the well and just check and see, just make sure everything's cool while we go get the water. I mean, that's good for you guys. You want the water anyway, and I'd throw in a dagger for your troubles.
Oh, sure, friend. That'd be delightful. I appreciate it. So yeah, I will change out a hand axe for. Okay. If everyone else is cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Roll to see if anything interesting happens while you set out.
Is that
Now,
all
are
three
these-
of us? Yeah.
Is that like cool obsidian stone daggers, or is it just like?
I'm down with cool obsidian.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I mean, hot obsidian is lava, so.
All right.
Uh,
Cool stone dagger. There we are. And there it is. Oh, damn.
oh, dang.
It is a good dagger indeed.
Nice.
When do we get our strength back, by the way?
Oh, you did get your strength back after the short rest.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah. I meant to ask that. I completely forgot.
Woo! I believe I had 15. I hope I
I completely forgot what my strength was before.
Uh-oh. Yeah, well,
I think it was 15. Yeah.
I guess I can watch the VOD, but I think you took 3 points from me, so.
that sounds right. We can always reverse engineer it because it was just point buy. So just off stream, we'll figure it out to be sure. Just
Mhm.
take your.
Oh no, Nightbot 15. 15. 15.
That's that's an in joke that Zell and I get. But scoop up your tokens here.
Well, obviously Ravenkind gets it too. You put it in.
Yeah, neither of our other two players are likely to get that, although I could be wrong. Depends on how much of my link to the past streams y'all watch.
I don't understand this reference.
All right, but
I watched quite a few of them, but I don't remember.
But yeah, your two friendly 1T guides, they know the way, so no need for any navigation rolls. They get you to the well and back without incident.
Awesome.
Yep, and they bring along a couple of big barrels on sort of a sledge that they can drag along the path, and you are able to fill them up with water, and you're pretty well set.
Sweet. Fetch quest. Well, not quite.
Checkpoint reached. That's what happened.
Yeah.
All right. I will ask them, does everything appear to be in order in the forest? No spooky wookies or any other mystical mumbo-jumbos happening?
Yeah, I mean, usually I notice you guys too are avoiding the shadows, the regular shadows that trees make because of the other kind of shadows with the soul eatings. But usually we'd have seen something by now. If it went the way it's gone down the last couple of weeks. So we're feeling pretty good about this. We are very grateful for the help there.
Excellent.
Well, thank you so much for the waters. So, we should go ahead and take this back to our ship.
All
By
right.
the way, does your village have a name? What do you call your community here?
One-topolis.
Here, T.
I like that one.
It's One-topolis, where we always come out one top.
Now trying to exterminate the species. Okay. I suppose we'll thank them and be on our way, or is there something else you want us to do? Or
I think you guys are good to return to your ship. Captain Pike and Gerald greet you back aboard the ship. You back, and you got the waters. That is wonderful. Did everything go okay? And you notice he does have Oswaldo back on his shoulder.
For certain definitions of okay, I'm sure. There's some very nice locals and some very frustrating townsfolk.
Wait, townsfolk? I didn't see another ship. There were mainlanders on the island?
Yeah, they were from Crunkledunk University, and they were doing research, and they caused a lot of problems, and did not make a very good first impression.
Yeah, imagine that.
I do not doubt it. You know, I had during the war lots of wizards from the university for obvious reasons, and you know, we were allies and everything, but let's just say friction was the order of the day. Lots of real dickheads at that place.
Yeah, seems to be their primary export. But in any case, we got what we went out to get, and now I need to pass out for like a week or something.
For exactly 7 days.
Exactly 7 days.
I will actually ask Gerald, how did Oswaldo's mission go?
Ah, yes, he was able to make it to the closest chapter house of the guild. They've dispatched somebody new to go take over maintenance of the lighthouse, so we should be okay on that count. I still don't know how we're gonna get these mules home, though. I did not think that through, to be perfectly honest.
Well, that's what collateral's for, is it not?
I suppose so. I mean, that collateral was yours, and I feel like I'm just getting deeper and deeper in your debt the longer we travel together.
Oh, it's okay. I got these cool daggers now. I will show him my nat 20.
You picked him up from Hot Topic.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Can they be like ridiculously ornate?
Oh, look at that! Look at the edges on those boys. You're fixing to be a regular Lord of Edges with those.
Spikes coming off the pommel.
Yep, they're entirely impractical.
Somebody who rates EDCs like that, so
All right then. We'll see. What is the captain's name again?
Pike.
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 Oh, right, because he's the Pike. Right. Sorry, I was thinking of the cook.
Oh, that is Bramlett Abercrombie.
Yes. Yeah, Captain Pike greets you, thanks you politely for taking care of the business with the water, and the ship sets sail again. You all get the benefits of a long rest.
Ah.
So spell slots back, hit points back to maximum, all that. Hit dice back up to maximum. Everything as it should be once again.
Why, Gerald?
Yes.
I don't mean to be a bit of a beggar, but I noticed while on the island that I don't leave footprints, as it were. I leave footprints. However, it's very obvious that they're skelly footprints, and I was wondering if you had any spare shoes, or could possibly get me some shoes.
Ooh, we'll have to see what we can do when we get to the city. Fortunately, I mean, city streets, cobblestones. We shouldn't have to worry about that too much until we get back out on the open road again. But yeah, we should probably get you a nice pair of boots.
I thank you. Let's see. I suppose in this time I would actually start going through Lord Soup stuff. If I'm going to be posing as Lord Soup, I need to learn how to act like Lord Soup.
It's nothing but a bunch of soup and crackers.
It's just soup! Go to the next Go to the next bag! It's just more soup!
That is the who's on first of our generation.
Purple Eyes will be so proud.
Oh my god.
All right, so the
the main thing in his luggage was actually roll an investigation.
Okie dokie. Yes, finally.
Oh, that's a good investigation.
Not a garbage roll.
What do your skeletal eyes see?
Your skeletal voids.
So the main...
What, they have eye bones? No, they don't.
It's the main thing that you in his luggage is of course the bones of your skelly brothers that are still in their heap of nothing. Form.
Does he keep a journal or a spell book or anything?
You know that he does keep a journal, but you do not find it among his things. As far as you know, he kept it on him most of the time.
That does add up. Like, wizard would not leave behind a spell book.
Yeah, when going to a
Although it's
spooky
a-
underwater skeleton turtle city.
Okay.
But what you also find is I'm gonna say 2d6 gold pieces worth of just spare change.
Okay. I'm gonna get 2 1s. I freaking know it.
Well, now you are. No, no.
Ah, that's
Hey.
9 gold pieces. That is nothing to sneeze at. Like, a gold piece will go far. Like, especially to a guy who's literally just like a naked skeleton.
And you do also find in his effects a potion of healing.
Oh, I'll toss that to Glenn.
That's
Apologies, what did I just get?
a potion of healing.
Ooh.
Although I'll just throw out there, this is something that you would know, having lived your entire life as a skeleton. Potions of healing, you can't consume them in the normal way because no guts, but if you rub them on your bones like a salve, they will have the normal effect on you. So that is something that can heal you.
Okay, so it's like Warforged rules. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And that was really just some spare change, the bones and the potion. All right. How much further are we off from Crunkledunk? Like a week, you said?
Yeah, you are a long rest away. So yeah, once
Long rest.
During
you've
that
done
long
once you've done whatever you want to do on the ship, then you're basically there.
Okay. I just wanted to look through his bones. Maybe like at night with Gerald, try to study, 1, 2, 4, and 5's bones to see if like we can make anything of it.
All right.
We do have a necromancer here who does not suck. He's just not the best.
It's true. He's just kind of a bog standard, like he's a journeyman, He's the kind of cook that follows the recipe exactly because he's not confident enough to improvise. Yep. So yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana with advantage since you have Gerald's help.
Hell yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, something weird is going on. As far as you know, as far as either of you know, Gerald is casting the spell. These bones should be up and moving around, and they are not. Something is preventing this from happening.
Is there any reaction from my pendant when we play with these?
That's a pretty good Arcana roll. So I'll tell you, it does not seem to be does not seem to be connected with the pendant. You've tried it. You've had Gerald try it while you are entirely on the other side of the ship to see if that might have something to do with it, and doesn't seem to be the case.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'll jot these notes down with Gerald, and at least we know either Lord Soup's like freaking necromancy is a class above everybody, or like, yeah, or the range on this thing is redonkulous.
Yeah, and Gerald also points out, I mean, if there was something in that thing to make Skellies not get up and walk and talk, then it wouldn't be the greatest thing for you to have on you, but it doesn't seem to be hurting you at all.
Well, my thought is maybe I could like channel its dark energies and move me brothers around, but apparently that doesn't work like that. Magic's weird.
Magic is weird. I mean, to be honest, that magic coming from this kind of magic coming from a thing, an object, that's not something I'm used to. You need a person to cast a spell, and yet that thing's just casting an illusion on you all the time. I have never seen anything like that.
Oh, that okay. Oh, I just assumed this was kind of like maybe not standard issue, but at least Hollywood Direct. Like,
You've lived kind of a sheltered life, haven't you?
I think I was born X number of years ago.
I mean, that might be something for us to decide. How old is 3? I'm not sure if you put that on your character sheet.
I never did do that. I just kind of left that up in the air.
Yeah. So
I imagine not terribly old, but like.
Yeah. So, and probably because the war was like 4 or 5 years ago. So if you were much older than that, then there would be the question of where were you during the war.
Yeah, 3 knows jack all about this war. Yeah. Because the player knows very little about it too, so that makes sense.
So yeah, so shall we say like just post-war, like 4 years?
3, 4, yeah. People are saying 3 is 3 years old.
I'm 2.5 years old. All right.
If he writes his name, he draws out a tree with some mud on it with a poop next to it. He's like, I'm tardy tree and a turd.
So this seems like a good time to do a little out of character housekeeping with the audience, by the way. So that was definitely an intentional lore drop. Magical items are not common in this world. That does not mean that our party won't get them, though. And I would love it if our audience would submit some creative homebrew magical items to me to put in the pool for things they might find in the future.
My absolute favorite item that I've ever come up with is a crossbow of lies. Whenever you lie, at any point, it fires a bolt. And so I was playing this
like run off arrows then?
Like it would fire a bolt, yeah, it would just go, and it would fire off like a magical like yellow like energy bolt, and so there were like my character was actually like this big fat and you can't repeat lies either. If you say like I have a 4-inch wang, you can't go I have a 4.5-inch wang and it fixes it. Like it is like technically limited ammunition based on your creativity. But there will also be points where I'll go up to the guards.
Stuart.
Huh?
I said that was a very specific example, Stuart.
Only on a good day, I guess.
But I would be like I would go up to the guards and say, "Hey, I am Johnny Bon Vosh, and I'm here to like inspect your barracks," and I go ping right into the air.
with your anyway.
Oh my god. I pull the dick example out of my ass, and you guys linger on it. Stop
Well,
lingering.
That's one place it could be.
Truthfully.
I'm here. You can't see, but my hand is out. Here is your low-hanging fruit. So yeah, the audience gets to home. Oh my. So yeah, I like the crossbow of lies. That has always been one of my favorites.
That does sound like a lot of fun. So yeah, that's a good for example. But yes, that sort of weird homebrew magical item. Yeah, hit me up on Discord. Put it in a Google Doc and send it to me. But yes, Dark Raiden, yeah, submit them to me to possibly be added to the campaign. That's going to be one of our avenues for audience participation here.
Nice. I like that idea.
Yeah. Me too. I stole it from the Adventure Zone.
Shersek is going to try and befriend some people on the ship and ask them if they know anything about Mortimun.
Captain Pike seems to be the most worldly on the ship. Oh, I've heard the name. He's like a big. Is it a contradiction in terms to say a great big dwarf?
I mean, if you've been to some parts of the world that I have, I mean, I've seen some great big dwarves.
Interesting. And what
sorry,
does he...
that was so meta. I'm sorry.
And what does he do?
Well, thus far, all I know about him is he sends messages to me while I sleep.
Well, that doesn't seem very smart at all. I can only read messages while I'm awake, and barely at all then.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know how to really describe it.
What do the messages say?
Well, they say a lot of stuff about finding the light and helping others, stuff that a lot of goblins aren't really accustomed to. So it's kind of weird. It's just kind of acting out of my nature or like whatever inborn nature there is with goblins, to really seek out these questions.
The last time I followed the light, we almost dashed the ship apart on some sharp rocks. Yeah, sorry. Sorry again. That was on me. Sorry.
No, we fixed that.
Roll a persuasion to see if you've kindled the light within Captain Pike. Your ideas are strange and interesting. I would like to subscribe to your newsletter. How do I get the messages when I'm asleep?
It just sort of happened. If you're good enough, you're smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you.
Well, I'm good enough, and you seem to like me. So that's 2 out of 3.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
All right, and with that, the party arrives at Crunkledunk City on the map that I have nicknamed the Crunkle Docks. Because of course I did.
Let's see.
And
Oh no, somebody shrank the ship.
not to scale.
No.
Oh, he's shrunk in the wash.
And as you disembark, you notice somebody, like at an airport, just holding up a big sign that says Lord Soup, and that would be our guest player, who we can now get into the call.
Hello?
Hello.
This is Yodanashi, our one of our regulars here in chat, who's joining us for this arc as the as our 4th guest slot PC. You have been assigned by your boss to come meet these guys, so they see you standing here at the docks with a sign that says Lord Soup.
Yeah, so there's kind of an elven guy, taller, kind of medium build, not heavy but not scrawny, and he's got a weird looking sword strapped to his hip, and he's just wearing like some dark colors, purples, blacks, and whatnot. He's just holding a sign up that says Lord Soup. He just looks kind of nonplussed, like, this job sucks, but it pays, so I gotta do it.
Fair enough.
I'll nudge Glenn. Oh, someone should tell Master that. Oh wait. Oh.
Well, I hope you know your master pretty well.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. How are you doing? In my best Lord Soup impression.
Are you Lord Soup?
Yeah, yes. Why, yes, I am, and here's my entourage. And this is Sherry Sack.
Hi.
Hello. It's good that you guys made it. We've been kind of wondering what happened because we haven't heard anything from you guys. You're supposed to be here a little while ago. The stab daddies are waiting.
I'm sorry, the who?
Stab Daddy?
Yeah, they're your contacts.
Oh, of course! I'll say knowingly Glenn and Sherry. The Stab Daddies! Well, we can't get enough of the Stab Daddy! I was speaking to my associate Gerald. Like, don't we love the Stab Daddies, Gerald? I look like inquisitive, like,
I don't know. You guys are running this show. I don't know from Stab Daddies.
oh my god.
Is this a name that Glenwyn would have been told ahead of time?
Lord Soup never mentioned the Stab Daddies to you that you can recall. As
the stab daddies, your contacts, they're kind of waiting for you. We should probably get going. They don't like to be kept waiting. You know, kind of self-explanatory with a name like Stab Daddies.
Well, fortunately, I am not a father. Ho, 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 ho. I am in no danger.
I'm in danger.
Right. So I'm just gonna turn around and be like, so we should probably get going. So I guess I'm gonna lead them to my boss.
Yep. So you lead them back out of the docks area to a nearby neighborhood called Small Town. so called because it's where the gnomes, halflings, dwarves, all those types tend to congregate in the city.
That's vaguely racist.
So what exactly do you mean by those types?
Do you hear the voice of God too?
He's speaking to her right now.
You lead them through the streets and into a tavern. Chet, let's get a good tavern name where the Stab Daddies might make their headquarters. That's something that I didn't think to put in my notes. But as we wait on Chat to brainstorm that for us, Rhaegar leads you into the back room. As you pass through the tavern, you notice a bunch of mostly halflings sitting in a corner table, practicing knife tricks. Twirling, sheathing, unsheathing, stuff like that. But Rhaegar leads you into the back room and sits you down in front of an older halfling who's seated behind the Brainstorm Tavern. Okay, there we go. He leads you
I love it.
into the Brainstorm. There's a sign on the door with a thundercloud with lightning coming out of it, and it's vaguely shaped like a brain.
This is a Mind Flayer tavern? What is this?
Has it not become clear yet to what extent I'm making this shit up as I go along? It might be. You don't know. And if it is, did I
just
plan
gave
it?
him an idea.
If you do. You don't know. I certainly don't. All right.
Yeah. But this older halfling gentleman who's sitting behind a largish desk, he gets up, crosses the room, and holds out a hand to you, to Lord Soup in quotation marks.
Oh no. I will politely cough into my hand and say, "Oh, I'd shake your hand, lad, but on the ship there were some strange rats that I don't quite trust. Would not be a great idea, my friend."
Oh, I believe it. We have a bit of a problem with rats here ourselves. Pleasure to finally meet you in person, Lord Soup. Smitty McGillicuddy at your service.
Aha! It's a pleasure to be meeting you as well. And now I almost want to take his hand. But instead I will I hope you know the secret handshake. Instead, I will introduce them to our entourage and say, "This is me friend Gerald. He's is it impolite to introduce him from the guild, or?"
That's a call you'll have to make.
"This is my associate Gerald, and this is my other associate Glenwyn and Sharasak."
Hi.
Sure.
It seems you're bringing a bit more help than we expected. We were expecting just yourself, and this would be the ranger, yes? The professional explorer.
Yes, very much so.
Well, good. That's exactly what we need. There's some ruins we aim to find, but I've had disturbing news already. It seems the university is one step ahead of us. We were hoping to do this a bit on the down low, don't you know? But it seems that the location of the ruined city is already known to King's College, and they may be sending their own party out to scout its location. This would be bad for us. But here I am going straight to business. Tell me about your journey.
Well, we've had some adventures already.
Oh, do tell, do tell.
Well, the lighthouse got overwhelmed by zombies, and we killed them. And then we ran out of water, so we went to a Yuntai village that was run over by shadows, so we killed them. I think we may have met some of the university's associates already.
Oh, really? A moment, if you would. He crosses over to his desk and he pulls out of a drawer a statuette. It's 3 monkeys on a common base. They're doing the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. So yeah, just like 3 little monkey figurines that are all connected at the base. And he puts it at the center of the desk, and he taps the middle monkey on the head. And all 3 monkeys' eyes light up.
Ooh,
Ominous.
Ah, good, good.
that's a neat trick.
Yes, yes, just to be safe. Let's test it, shall we? Fuck Crunkledunk! He sort of looks over both shoulders, like looks around, seems to be waiting for something to happen. Okay, it's always worked
Rhaegar
before,
does it.
but doesn't hurt to be sure.
What exactly is that?
It's just a little something to ensure that our conversation stays private, don't you know? You can speak freely now. But I'll warn you, what I just said about Crunkledunk, that fucking dragon, fuck him right in his scaly arse. I wouldn't go around saying that outside these walls.
Yeah, we've kind of gotten the sense that he has a very enthusiastic fan base, we'll say.
Hey, he does it, that lass.
They're elitist pricks.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I can agree to that. I said it myself.
Are you
Especially that one douchebag. What's his name? Cuitus?
We did meet him. He seemed the nicest of the ones that we met. Not that that's a very high bar.
I don't know. I've never met him. Just heard.
And at this point, now that you're having more of a conversation with Rhaegar, Gerald perks up. Wait a minute. Is that Rhaegar? It's me, it's Gerald! We worked together during the war. He was one of the ones on the Crunkledunk side that wasn't a douchebag.
Oh shit! I thought I heard your voice. Lighthouse. I should have known. How are you doing?
Life was pretty good. Quiet retirement, some skeletons to take care of the work, and are we, sir? Are we good? He's looking at Smitty. Oh, aye, skeletons. Aye, you do things differently down there. It's fine. I understand that most of you down there are not keen on having a dragon tell you what you can and can't do with your own magic. Well, we feel the same way. Some of us, a few of us, up in these parts.
Oh, good. We'll get along great then. What are your thoughts on Mortimer?
That's the dwarven god, is it not?
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm told.
Eh. When it comes to the gods, lass, they leave me alone and I leave them alone. Except for,
I missed those days.
except for the ones who don't leave me alone. That set themselves up as a great dragon and name cities after themselves. Fuck those ones, though.
Never heard no stories like that about no Mortimer. But please, yes, tell me everything about these university fellows. Cuitus, was it? What were your dealings with him?
As little as we could possibly get away with, honestly. I mentioned these shadows, and apparently they were responsible for the shadows showing up, or at least one of their compatriots was. And we got rid of them for the Yuntai village.
Are you familiar with the Professor Bill?
Bill. Works for the university, does he? Goblin fellow.
As far as we're aware.
He's also a bit of a science guy, I've heard.
I have heard of him. Bill Nog, he's called. Bill Nog the Science Gob.
God. We should just have a bushel of low-hanging fruit just ready.
The low hanging, it's coming from the roots.
He does.
Does he have an Erico rival called Bill Beekman?
Yes.
It's Beekman's world. We just live in it.
Oh.
Hi. He. Yes, I know him. I know him well. He specializes in research into the ancient world. Not the old world where you're from, mind, but the ancient world. The ruins that dot this land. Now what would he have been doing in Wantopolis?
Oh, he's checking out an old ruin called the Pleb, or a Pleb, a Pleb, whatever the ruins were called.
Yeah, they said a pleb on them. And there was a machine inside, and he started the machine, and he said that the shadows came from the machine, so we made him shut it down, and then he put us to sleep, and then they disappeared.
Oh, I see. Well, I've not heard of a pleb. There are some ruins that folk have found that bear the sign of an apple. Did you see anything like that? Or a beehive, mayhap?
No, I think it was just the words.
Pleb.
Could I history to see if I remember such things?
Sure, roll a history.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that too.
Sure.
14.
All right. Sherisak, you definitely know that there are ancient ruins dotting the landscape, but the specifics, bees, apples,
Oh, son of a... Ben!
Do I perhaps learn of a bird, bird temple or something?
Oh, God.
Oh, we got birds and bees.
Apple, bees.
What are you talking about? It's a pleb.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm gonna be honest, fam. I still don't know. I don't get the joke yet. I'm certain I'll eventually get it and be annoyed, but as of right now, I am blissfully unaware.
Applebee's.
I have an inkling, but I don't want to ruin it for you.
God damn it! Oh, I just got it. I literally just... Fuck me. Why did it take that long?
Damn it. For fuck's sake. Now I know why that place had shitty red carpet.
Oh. And the kitchen was filthy.
I'm not at the bar.
This is very important. Did you find anything? Did you take anything away from there?
I had one thing for a hot second.
Oh, that does not sound good. What do you mean for a hot second? What did you find and what became of it?
Can I, like, God, I'm trying to remember. We found a box. Oh, wait, we found a wee box, and inside the box was some, like, emerald plating or something? I'm trying to remember.
Green chips. You found green chips. Do you still have them?
Ah, unfortunately, no. Professor Bill is now the proud owner of those.
Son of a bitch. That's...
There was also a book that had, I know, I grew up around orcs, and it looked like their writing, but it was a lot more intricate than the clan that I was used to use when they were writing.
Wait, what? It was in a different alphabet then. Was it runes, mayhap?
I honestly don't know what else I could compare it to. It just looked like the same writing that the orcs from back home used, but fancier.
There are... Oh, it couldn't it be? Oh, this is... The university has a real head start if what I'm afraid of is the case. You see... What you're describing, I mean, the green chips, that's bad enough. That's the whole thing that we're going to find at a different set of ruins. If I'd known that there were green chips to be had in Wontopolis, well, that's where we'd have been going in the first place. But now the university has them. You see, until very recently, they were thought to be only of interest to collectors, historians, but there are folk who prize them greatly. I'm not entirely sure why, but our goal is to gather as many as we can and deliver them to our allies in the south. It's a bit of an arms race, you might say. Say again?
What exactly do they do?
It's all very hush-hush. I can't say I know for sure. But, well, let me just say, this little beauty here, and he pats the side of the monkey figurine. The one cache of green chips I was able to find, I was able to trade for this. It's a marvel, like nothing I've seen anywhere else, like nothing I've even heard of.
The chips or the object?
The object. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, magical items are basically unheard of, like more in depth than like simple potions or scrolls.
Enchanted magical item. Wait, you traded the cache of green chips for this magical item, I
did. Again, with our contact to the south.
Who's your contact?
As I say, it's all very hush hush, but we have certain contacts. We don't use names, but there are factions there who would prefer to see Crunkledunk removed from power, as would we. There are deep games at play here, and whatever these green chips are, they're very valuable to these factions. Valuable enough that they would give up such a marvel as this in trade. But this book now, if it truly is a book on... It was a book, as you say, a book written on paper but in orcish runes.
As near as I could tell.
Oh, now that's... There's only one thing I know of that would fit that description. Know ye of a man named Wally Woodchuck?
Roll.
History roll?
Yeah, roll a history to see if you've heard of this person.
Oh, wrong. There we go.
Sure, Sax just picking your ear, not just ignoring conversation.
Yeah, you're all drawing a blank on this.
Mm-hmm.
This
You
was
want me to roll that also? Or no?
sure.
Okay. Nope.
A whole bunch of-
You were just hired to bring us here.
I'm just chilling. I'm just leaning up against the wall, like,
When am I getting paid?
I swear to. Okay, did you get? This is out of. I'm sorry, this is out of character. Did you get that name from like a Bible camp character?
no.
Because I swear to God, I remember Wally Woodchuck being some kind of weird, like
well,
Bible camp character.
Well, now I'm Googling it because I thought I just made it up. Apparently, there is a 2017 Pops. Oh. Wally the Watershed Woodchuck. Okay, apparently this is a thing. All right, I'm gonna have to see what the heck that thing's deal is after the
Facebook
stream.
profile for Wally Woodchuck. Lives in Londonderry, Vermont.
Okay. Wally Woodchuck was an orcish explorer. He lived hundreds of years ago, at least 100 years before. At least 100 years before any of our people arrived. The gnomes, the dwarves, the halflings, anyone from the old world. Nobody's sure if he was ever real or only a story of the orc tribes, but they described something, the orc tribes here. They didn't even have a word for it. But what they described was a book on paper. The only thing is, the orcs, they had no paper making. They don't raise sheep for parchment. They don't pulp trees for true paper. They would carve runes on stone and on tree trunks. But they didn't have bookmaking. And it could just be stories getting passed from person to person and changing with each telling, but to hear them tell it, at least, this book was magical. It would, no matter how much you wrote in it, it would have pages upon pages. More pages than you could ever fill, and when you got to the end, a new page would appear. And 'tis said that he wished for this book upon the wish spire. Because he wanted a way to collect the knowledge of his travels and carry it around with him. If that truly is what the university has found, we must get it back. Yes, Munch, this a never-ending story.
I will turn to Gerald. Oh, Gerald, what's your opinion of Kronkledunk? Are you? Is this? Let's see. I'm trying to see what I would ask him. Have you heard of these this book or any of these tales? Anything like this?
I mean, I've heard of Wally Woodchuck. Just, stories, bedtime stories for kids. Beyond that, I mean, yeah, I'm with these guys. Fuck Kronkledunk. Like, during the war, we marched north. We left the skeletons at home. We bled. No offense, 3. We bled dwarvish blood and halfling blood and gnomish blood for these ungrateful fucks up here. No offense, Rhaegar. You were always cool.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And what did we get in return? Can't bring our skeletons up north? Well, Crunkledunk, he wants to control what you're allowed to do, and I don't hold with that. I don't know what his problem is with the raising of the skeletons, but, I mean, that's a livelihood down south. That's where our food comes from. You don't fuck with that, and if we didn't, and believe you me, if we didn't have the skeletons down there, I mean, a dragon is basically an army unto himself. If we didn't have our own standing army, every skeleton in the south versus Crunkledunk might be an even fight. If we didn't have that, he would take over down there like he has up here. We were allies of convenience in the war against Albion. But I don't trust him. Not as far as I can throw him. And he's a dragon. That's not far.
I hate to be that guy, but did we catch, did Gerald actually state the no offense 3? Like, did he say that out loud?
He did say that out loud, yes. He slipped
Okay,
and said
I'm
that out
definitely
loud.
I am gonna go ahead and lodge that in the back for later.
All right.
Well, what do you know of and what should the okay. All right, I'll just bring it up. What do you know of the water lord? What do you know of him?
Oh my. You do travel in strange circles, now don't you? I'm curious, what do you know of the Lord of the Waters?
He'll shrug. Why, not much, I should say.
Sherisak knows a lot about him. If you remember.
Yeah, well, my friend here does. My friend Sherisak does know, and why don't you why don't you refresh our memories of what we do know?
Oh, okay. Shit. Sherisak remembers. I don't.
Sure. That he's he's believed to be either the king or the god of the Sahagin, but nobody's ever seen him. Nobody's sure if he even exists. And he's sometimes called the Fifth Titan or the Fifth Baron, because at least in legend he's considered the equal of the 4 barons that rule the Necromancer baronies.
I allow the voice of God to speak through me and then say the exact words.
Hey, Will, all that holds up as far as it goes. As I say, we have contacts. I don't feel good about our dealings with the Lord of the Waters, but we've had occasion to have dealings with him through intermediaries, you understand. He's the location of the ruins that we're to seek out, where the cache of green chips may be found. He was the one who gave us that information through a messenger. And his messengers, to be honest, they creep me the fuck out. Just seem off. Different one every time. But they come, they show us their talisman, but they always act strange.
Do they smell?
Well, no offense, lass. You seem to like Mortimund. No offense, Sir Gerald. The dwarven ones. They have their own musky aroma.
They have a musky aura?
A musky aroma. He's just being racist towards dwarves.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a massive blank. I don't trust the Lord of the Waters,
Like-
but like,
To whisper to three, I wonder if their talismans look like your talisman.
Roll a stealth to say that in the
Yeah.
room without anybody else hearing.
Yeah, I'm supposed to.
Yeah. All right, you're good.
I do suppose things do. All right, yeah, we're good.
Yeah. You were able to say that stealthily.
I'll raise a glamored eyebrow at Glenn, and I'll just kind of motion. You want me to show like whip the badge out? All right. I'll shrug and I'll pull out the pendant, and I'll bet, does it look a little bit wee bit like this?
Ah, that would be the 1-3. I suspected. I wasn't sure if you were going to tell me.
I'll be honest, I've been a little bit on the fence myself about it. But then again, when you're given mysterious instructions from a smelly fish man or a fish god, you have some suspicions about you.
Yes, well, for someone, and at this point he just straight up reaches his hand out, pokes it into the middle of your rib cage, and wiggles his fingers around in there.
For someone like you, believe it or not, you're the least weird messenger he's ever sent.
And I think that might be a good place to call it for the day.
Yeah.
We've dropped a whole bunch of lore for you guys to to sort of mull over. We've got a new objective if you choose to accept it. Get the book and if possible the green chips back from the university. And we can.
They discontinued guacamole Doritos.
Ooh, that sounds good, right?
That's why we're going for those Pringles, the green Pringles.
They make them in green now.
They have for years.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you to Stuart as 3, Brandy as Glenwyn, Sherry Sack, or Lady D rather as Sherry Sack, and Yodanashi as Rhaegar.